worrying about ending up alone. You are living a happy life. You have a stress-free job. You have few but awesome friends who keeps you motivated, who talk about making money, who force you to hit the gym, and you start a side hustle with your friends. Everything is going well in your life. Somehow, you have found the love of your life. But one day, your fear kicks in your life. You started fearing about losing your friends, since you know they are the ones who bring happiness to your life, and if they leave you, you will be left alone. The reason I started my journey was due to my monophobia, or the fear of being alone. But don't worry, it's not just you and me who have this fear. Almost 78% of people on Earth face this fear. This is 1% better every day. Today, I'm going to tell you why we feel that our friends are going to leave us alone, and why sometimes feeling this can actually leave you alone in life. But let me give you a spoiler. We are never alone. There is always someone in this world who always thinks and prays for our well-being. Today, I will show the steps I had to follow to completely remove the fear of ever being alone in life. Have you ever had a fear of being alone for the rest of your life? Perhaps it is coming to your notice that your friends are becoming closer, and you've just broken up with someone you care for, and you're not sure where to go from here. You will believe that after you reach the age of 20 or 30, you can never find the real friendship. We are among the world's most social creatures. We don't just want social interactions, we need them for our emotional and physical well-being. This is why the fear of being alone is among the most common feelings, especially in the context of love relationships. Monophobia is the fear of ending up alone, which is so normal in our culture. Like any other anxiety or phobia, it can be resolved by having a thorough knowledge of the source of the fear and taking significant steps to improve it. So, what triggers the fear of always being alone? The phobia of forever loneliness is caused by 3 factors: your past, your self-esteem, and your society. For many people, when a person whose attention you most desired as a kid abandoned you or behaved aloof and unkind is a major source of anxiety. As a result, you may compare being alone with being unwanted and neglected. Sometimes, adults also struggle with a lack of self-love, which comes from limiting beliefs they adopted as kids and teenagers. People never like to have quality time with themselves, hence they hate being lonely. They might not like who they are inside. Alternatively, people might have had a continual desire for attention, in hopes of avoiding thinking about and worrying about themselves. Society pressure is the final factor. In our society, being afraid of being alone is fairly frequent. We're taught that we need soulmates, someone who will fill in the gaps in our life by completing us. But what we actually have to concentrate on is growing complete on our own. A best friend is only an enhancement to a life that is already complete. Worried about ending up alone might actually increase the probability that you will live lonely, which is the exact opposite of what you want. This is due to the law of attraction, which states that you attract what you think about. When you're worried about being alone, your negative emotions will seep into your friendships. Even though your friendship isn't good, you may immerse yourself into getting into a relationship. You're probably pushing your relationship under a lot of stress. When you bring this kind of mentality into a friendship, things usually don't work out. The fact is that overcoming your phobia of being alone forever allows you to actually realize who you are as a person. Rather than worrying, you'll bring focus, passion, and uniqueness to your interactions. As a result, others will be more attracted to you by the law of attraction. Here are the ways to overcome fear about ending up alone. It's not always simple to overcome the fear of being alone, especially with social pressure and our normal want for company. Use these 7 key ideas to finally get rid of your phobia. Warning: people who practice these tested and proved methods may feel happy, excited, and will get addicted to having happiness in life. Please watch it at your own risk. 1. Focus on yourself. First, let's face it, you have no control over when you find the one. Instead of wasting time searching around dating websites or stressing about being alone, concentrate on what you can control. Rather than searching for the ideal individual, become the personality you need to be in order to naturally attract that individual. 2. Understand your fear. Living in fear of being alone can be overcome in the same way as any other fear. Our limited thoughts, the tales we tell ourselves about who we are typically the source of monophobia. Many people who suffer from this anxiety believe that they are incomplete, that they aren't deserving of love, or that they will never be happy without a friend. 3. Question your blueprint. We all have a roadmap for our life, a vision of how we want our life to be at some point. It's a huge cause of sadness in our life when we don't reach important goals. What if your roadmap is incorrect? What if it's founded on limited ideas and social standards? Consider exploring what you truly desire, and you will be pleasantly surprised. If you liked my videos, smash that like button and subscribe to tell the YouTube algorithm that we are feeling lonely without their attention. 4. Fulfill your top needs. The fear of being alone for the rest of your life is frequently a reflection of our 6 human needs, which are the 6 things we all require to have a happy life. To find out what your number 1 need is, and how to find them, let me know in the comments if you need a dedicated video on it. Your intense desire for dating is exacerbated if your top needs are love, friendship, or purpose. Regardless of your friendship state, once you know your requirements, you may learn how to meet them. 5. Let go of the past. Fear of being alone arises from our childhood memories of being neglected, traumatic breakups, and emotionally draining relations. Stop living in the past if you want to conquer your phobia. Whenever I'm stuck in my thoughts and overthinking, I tell myself, your past is not your future unless you live there. You'll notice a huge mental transformation if you turn your attention on now and start to embrace what you already have. 6. Expand your social circle. Whether it's a strong profession, a lucrative little business, or a healthy friendship, being around exceptional people is always an excellent strategy to obtain what you want. When you put your attention on friendships, hobbies, and mentorships, you'll build a solid support system and stop complaining about being lonely and depressed. 7. Raise your standards. Although it may appear dumb, research has shown that people with the fear of being alone opted for less in relationships. Humans have evolved to crave happiness and avoid suffering. If being alone causes us stress and worry, we will pursue out the reliability of a steady but exhausting relation to avoid any suffering. Don't get caught inside this deception. Stop pushing and learn how to improve your expectations. So friends, you see in life, the mental weight of that freedom grows as the world gives us more and more freedom to self-actualize. We become masters of avoidance, to the point of bodily discomfort with silence, rather than tackling what may be too big to lift. We flood our senses with emotions, avoiding the silence that brings up unpleasant questions. We overlook the difficult, but soothing fact that life is ours to live, and ours alone, if we do so. Solitude, as the ancient practice of mindfulness demonstrates, is not a state to be feared, but one to be prepared for and practiced in. We can concentrate our thoughts, acknowledge what we can't alter, and handle what matters by dealing with pain. And there are a few different ways to go about it. Learning to appreciate loneliness takes time and work, but it will help us become more comfortable with our limitations, flaws, and, eventually, ourselves. The outside world is more unpleasant than it has ever been. Let's face it by remaining silent on the inside. You can conquer your fear of being alone, no matter how terrifying it may appear. You're really boosting your self-confidence as you tried the aforementioned methods to overcome your fear. When you have more self-confidence, you respect yourself more and think that, even when you're alone, you're always deserving of love. The truth is that everyone needs time to be alone, organize their thoughts, enjoy solitude, and just relax. These are priceless moments that are essential for your mental and emotional well-being. So, learn to accept solitude and realize that you are deserving of love. I'm shooting out a spark in the darkness for everyone from wherever I am. You're not alone. You're not the only one who feels this way. Your sentiments are genuine, and there is something you can do about it. Let us embrace loneliness as a natural state, and utilize it to strengthen our bonds with ourselves and one another. Subscribe and turn on notifications, so you don't miss more videos on our journey in search of mental clarity. This is 1% Better Every Day, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep improving, and stay blessed.